How's it going, everyone? Shaz here, going over the songs for this 18th official SBL. Let's keep this intro short and get into the nitty-gritty, shall we? The songs for this SBL are Kira Kira Sensation by Muse, Landing Action Yeah by Aqua, and Märchen Star, Kanata's third solo. The group of cards getting the 20% stat buff this time around is Nijigasaki. How relevant is that stat buff? Well, you'll have to hear the analysis to find out. First, let's go over Kira Kira Sensation, the pure attribute song by Muse. The advanced difficulty beat map is 184 notes long, with each note dealing 685 damage. The overall song gimmick is a non-cleansable debuff for non-SP type cards, decreasing their SP gauge gain rate by a whopping 50%. There are 3 total note gimmicks in the song. The first gives SP type cards a 20% SP gauge gain rate up for the next 20 notes, which happens 3 times. The second gives all cards a 50% skill activation rate up for the next 10 notes, which only happens once. And the last note gimmick gives all voltage types a 10% appeal buff for the next 20 notes, but this gimmick only happens once as well. The song features 4 total appeal chances, but only 2 intra-AC gimmicks. The first, second, and last appeal chance give pure attribute cards a 10% appeal buff during the AC, and the third appeal chance gives you a 4k stamina heal for each SP type card in your formation. Based on the song gimmick, you're most likely going to see a lot of SP type fillers as mainline scorers for this song, much like you would for songs like Wonder Zone and Angelic Angel. However, we also need to keep the group with the stat buff top of mind, so the voltage competitors will most likely use a lineup consisting of some combination of Party Kotori, Party Shioriko, Party Kanata, and Checkmate Rina. Kotori and Shioriko are more or less fixed as being frontliners, and the use of Kanata versus Rina mainly boils down to bond levels and bond board advancement. Kira Kira is relatively straightforward, so the formations you'll see going for either skill, SP gauges, or stamina heal tap skills shouldn't be drastically different than what you would normally see. The next song we'll go over is Landing Action Yeah, the cool attribute song by Aqua. The advanced difficulty beat map is 174 notes long and deals 776 damage per note, so you'll want to be mindful of your total stamina for the song, especially if you're trying to play the song without a frontline healer. Landing Action is the only song in the list with a cleansable song gimmick, which decreases appeal of non-cool attribute cards by 20%. There are 3 total note gimmicks in the song. The first gives guard type cards a 10% appeal buff for the next 10 notes, which happens 6 times. The second gives voltage type cards the same 10% appeal buff for the next 10 notes, with this one happening a total of 7 times. And the last note gimmick gives guard type cards a 20% skill activation rate up for the next 10 notes, which happens 4 times. All of the 5 appeal chances are straightforward, as ACs 1, 2, 3, and 5 give a 20% base appeal increase to all voltage and guard types. The 4th AC is one of those pesky skill activation ACs, requiring 8 tap skills and boosting the skill activation rate of voltage and guard types by 10% during the AC. There are a couple of ways to tackle the song, neither of which are particularly great. You'll probably see voltage competitors go with the same team from Kira Kira, but adding in a backline cleanser, preferably a switch cleanser like Initial Recall. The other team composition will feature the few voltage types available in the cool attribute, likely opting for Veggie Wonderland Yohane, Party Daya, and Weather Wizard Maru. There is also merit for cards like Magical Time Nozo, First Fest Eye, and Moo Farm Days Umi, but most of your decisions will be directly tied to the bond levels and bond board advancement on those characters. Because of the buffs to guard type cards in this song, this is one of the few instances where people aiming for the stamina heal tap skill title will want to lean more towards guard types rather than SK types like First Fest Mari, Party Honoka, and Tea Time Chica. Even though the skill activation rate up note gimmick covers less than 20% of the song, it shouldn't be discounted. The last song for this SBL is Märchen Star, the natural attribute song, which is Kanata's third solo. The song spans 178 notes and deals 600 damage per note on the advanced beat map. The overall song gimmick is a 20% non-cleansable appeal debuff to SP and guard type cards. There are 5 total note gimmicks, 4 10k damage notes, which are luckily spread out somewhat. The second note gimmick that, when hit by an SK type, gives SK types a 10% appeal buff for the next 10 notes, which happens 4 times. The third note gimmick, which, when hit by a voltage type, heals 10% of your max stamina, which also happens 4 times. The fourth note gimmick, again needing to be hit by an SK type, which gives SK types a 10% crit rate up for the next 10 notes, also happening 4 times. And the last note gimmick, which again needs to be hit by an SK type, giving those cards a 10% skill activation rate up for the next 10 notes, with this gimmick only appearing twice. There are 4 total appeal chances. The first and third, which require 650k voltage and 15 crits respectively, both have a gimmick that gives you a sizable 15k stamina heal. The second and last ACs, both requiring 4 tap skill activations, gives a 10% skill activation rate up to Voltage and SK type cards. Voltage competitors most likely won't change their main strategy too much from the first 2 songs, even though anyone using SP type cards will have to push through the uncleansable appeal debuff. Another alternative for this song, if you're dead set on matching attributes, would be a team of Second Fest Emma, Second Fest Rin, and Second Fest Maru. Yes, I know that you're not running a healer, but there is innate healing in the song that you can work around, so dealing with the 4 10k damage notes isn't all that bad. That wraps up this review on the 18th SBL. I just want to say here at the end of the video that I apologize for the lack of content recently. I went on vacation at the beginning of October and life has basically been non-stop since then, leaving me very little time to work on videos. I do have some things planned, and as soon as I can square away just a little more free time, I'll be able to get those done. As always, a big thank you to Xifrid for help with the visual assets for this video, and my festive new assets on the Twitch stream. If you haven't seen it, swing by or watch one of my VODs from one of the recent streams. Until next time, I've been I'm the Shaz, thank you for watching, take it easy, be nice to each other, and I'll see you all next time.